Boom, 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 boom. How about you come on? Bring it on home. Let's make sure we're going on over here. Hi, guys. Welcome, everybody. Dun, dun, dun. How come we're not going on there? I don't understand. Do we have a situation here that I'm not aware of? Do I have no internet here? Up, up, up. Wait a minute. There we go. How's our volume? Check, check, volume. Ooh, maybe that's not so. Oh, this is pretty low. Looks good to me, huh? How about you guys? Yeah? Ahoy, ahoy. How about it? Bring it on home. Bring it on home. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. I'm your host, Bart Burke, and we stream live each and every single week talking about the trials and tribulations of life. Not really. We're about oysters, and sometimes I mix in a little bit of personal philosophy, and I really thank you guys for all tuning in. Today's show is sponsored by Netminder. Netminder Aquaculture Coatings. This stuff works, okay? No ifs, no ands, and no buts. Hello from Finland. What's going on? Another one, here can be our test pattern. All right, bring it on home. Thank you guys for all tuning in. You know, you can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. So, with that being said, it really sucks when you lose a friend because you picked him. He is the chosen one. He is the one that's going to be your buddy. Or maybe your friend picked that one as their chosen one. What am I getting at? Well, I'm going to get at the fact that my wife had three really, really close friends: Jeannie, Kathy, and Tony. And each one of them have grown up together in this Marshfield, Massachusetts, in the summertime. And they were always in their bathing suit and barefoot and swimming, and they grew up, believe it or not, just like everybody else. And I met my wife when she was with one of those three musketeers there, with, happened to be Kathy Bowe at the time. Kathy Bowe married a guy by the name of Steve Caputo. Steve Caputo has left us. He fought the fight. He was a warrior. He gave it everything he had. Very proud to call him my friend, and he will be very, very sorely missed. I just came back from his funeral in Massachusetts. There he is. There's a little bit of a formal picture of him. He was only 61. Here's one, kind of a not so formal picture in Boston, in the Boston Fenway Park, and there it is. Have it rooting on the great American Boston Red Sox team. He was a strong man. He was a great man. It was all of that stuff. But big and most importantly, he happened to be married to my wife's best friend. So he automatically became my best friend. We didn't talk every day. We didn't talk at birthdays. We didn't do this. We didn't do that. He was the type of guy that when we met, when we hooked up, when we saw each other again, it was just like we had never left and we had never been apart. He was that kind of a guy. He was a guy that had a lot of presence, a guy that was just full of life. And you knew he was there. And him and I kind of hit it off pretty good together because we're both kind of loudmouths in our own little way. We had some different philosophies for sure, and we fought, and that was kind of fun about Steve. Is when you fought with Steve, you fought with him. And you might not see eye to eye, and he might get a little hot, and you got a little hot, or whatever it might be, but you know what? We always worked it out, and we laughed in the end, and that was that. He leaves behind a strong, strong woman, Kathy. Known her for as long as I've known my wife. And three children, all of which he is very proud of, and he will continue to be very proud of for the rest of their lives. Little Steve, Gina, and and Kara, all three of their children, amazing, amazing kids. Very proud of them, and look forward to a future with them as well. So again, I'm not going to belabor it and whatnot, but it sucks when you die, and he will be sorely missed. It could have been me. brings home a little bit. So, Steve, hats off. Love you, brother. All right, bring it on home. We got a show to do, and we got ourselves a job to do, and that job is raising oysters. So, we got a little situation going on right now. I took my last and final seed delivery, going back now a couple of weeks ago. And when I heard it was the average size of 17 millimeter, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of on the absolute edge. I'm at the edge of disaster when they say 17 millimeter in average size. And I kind of knew it when I heard it, and I didn't, but there was a lot of oysters there, man. Holy smokes, I'm looking at these things. They're 2 totes and they're filled. And the average size was 17 millimeter. So when their average size is 17 millimeter, which let me show you what 17 millimeter looks like on my calipers here. That is 17 millimeter, about the size of my finger thickness. Found a sailor buddy after 44 years. No kidding. Nice. Bring it on home. All right, so with that being said, we had this new thing, and I looked, and I'm like, so what am I going to do? I have my standard 2-tier system. And no biggie, we're going to put them in the 2-tier system. The 2-tier system looks like those over there. There's 2 of them stacked on each other. They're 2 separate trays. I'm not going to go into great detail there. If you've been following, there's one upside down. Here's a couple of them over here. Okay? Let me turn that back around this way. Ooh, I got to set my things down again. I had my tripod. Bear with me here. I had my tripod. Sit down. I'm all by myself. I don't know where Freddie is. I just came back late last night. Not late, but last night from up there. And Tony Jo is still up there helping to assist her best friend. So she's on her way home. Mr. Skipper T. So 17 millimeters, right? So you look at your tray. That was the average size. So that means there's stuff that's going to be smaller and there's going to be stuff that's going to be bigger. For ease and figuring, I think you should probably figure 5 millimeters either way. So I take 17 and I take 5 millimeters off of that and I have 12. Okay, that's a situation that could be a problem. This is a rookie mistake now, guys. I got to tell you, you should check. So anyway, I'll tell you what I did in a minute, but anyway, here's the size, right? Here we go. Not here for you, and here for into oysters. What a joke. What was that? I didn't catch that. Let me see that again. Whoop. Martin 400. Bicycle Man, not here for you, and he's into oysters. What a joke. How big is yours? How big is your what? Okay, anyway. Back at it. I love haters. 17 millimeter average size, figure down size, at least 5 millimeters. Now I'm at 12 millimeters. 12 millimeters looks like that. And guess what? Diagonally, that fits just right in the square. Uh-oh. Some of those oysters are going to go through this. What am I going to do? I got 2 totes. I got 2 big totes of these things, and I'm not prepared for that. I'm prepared for everything to go into there. And I'm loaded. I'm loaded for bear, man. The boat is loaded. I got a whole string, and I got a boatload of oysters. And I'm looking at the amount, and then I'm looking at the cages I got, and I'm like, there's more oysters than what size I got, and now I got some that are small that are going to go diagonally through, and what am I going to do now, Bart? Am I going to go and hurry up and run and make a whole bunch of 6 millimeter bags and then put these bags inside of that? I don't have the time for that. These things are dying. I got hours here, all right? I got to, no, that's not going to work. So I thought a little bit, and I went to my vast knowledge of oystering, which is all of about 2 years. Again, I'm in the rookie year here. This is a major rookie mistake I made, okay? But I got to make good for it, and I'm put in this situation. So I think to myself, okay, well, let's see what happens. So I take a bucketful, and I throw it in, and I give it a little shake. And holy shit, yeah, some of them are falling through. I'm like, uh-oh. They are. I was right. All right, there goes a couple. I just sacrificed a couple. But it wasn't a lot, okay? It was enough, though, that you could notice that they were falling through the little cracks. We got Fast Freddy, the angry Bayman, is in the house. Bring it on home. Little thumbs up, Fred. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I didn't know you were here.
You didn't know I was home?
No.
I told you I was going to be home.
No, you told me you thought you were going to weasel out of there.
He thought I was going to weasel. Well, I did kind of weasel. Not really. I did my duty. I went and I had fun. Nah, I saw a lot of people, Fred, that I haven't seen in a long time, man. So I'm glad. I'm really glad I went. It was good. It was really good. So anyway, back to the program. So the oysters are falling through when they're on the deck. So I said to Fred, Fred, we got a little situation here. Fred, I think this is what we're going to do. I think we're just going to load up on the density. We knew there was a lot there. We're going to chuck full this basket tray, and we're going to very lightly put it in the water. We're not just going to go and throw it and shake it like we normally do so that they all dwindle. We're going to lightly put it in the water. We're going to put it on the ground. We're going to hope and pray. We're going to talk to the oyster gods. Oyster gods, please grow. And hopefully they're going to grow big enough that everything's going to be fine. In 10 days, we're going to come back. They're going to grow. Everything's going to be live. We're going to take them out and we're going to throw them on the deck. And that's what we did. And that's our last Instagram post. Our last Instagram post has all of those oysters on the deck. And did they grow? Oh, baby, did they grow. They grew double. Double in volume. I do not know how many there were because I was scared at that moment that I was going to lose a shitload of oysters, and I really didn't want to count, and I'll count later. Let's just get them in the drink and hope they grow so that they don't fall through. Okay, cool. We have a plan. Let's do it. Do it. Implement it. Deploy. Here we go. Back. Bring them on board. Yes, they were starting to come through the cage. They were growing, literally some of them, and you could see them sticking through here. We got them just in time. We got them in 10 days. We let them soak for 10 days. They grew like a mother. We shook them out, hit them down. It took us a little time to scrape them all off. We had some, we did probably lose some, but not too bad. And we ran them through the tumbler, and then we redeployed them. At that point, we were able to count how many liters we started. Now we're cooking, okay? We're getting, again, everything's got to get dialed in. You're in your rookie year. You got to start to dial it in, and you know you're going to be throwing some curveballs, and you're going to have to think, and you're going to have to think quick, and you're going to have to be able to embrace change and come up with a plan. And that's what we did. And it turned out awesome. The plan worked. I'm psyched. We saved a whole bunch of oysters. We didn't kill a bunch. And now we're going to run them. We ran them through the tumbler. I didn't count them again because we were kind of on, but I know that they grew because it doubled in volume. And I kind of got a general idea because I have that first whole profile. Again, we're dialing all of this shit in so that we are right like a precision watch to be able to deliver 200 bags of oysters per week. That is the goal. Whether it be 100 bags to this guy and 100 bags to that guy, that's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. We'll get into that more in a little bit, the marketing aspect. So there you have it. I mean, that's basics of what's going on. This week, I had to go to a funeral and a wake, and I'm glad I went there. We had that deployment, and just before I left, we went through all of that seed, and we kind of got a general idea. I'm looking forward to counting it again. I can't wait till we go through it again one more time. I want to see how well this stuff is really growing. This stuff is really kicking some serious butt. We'll have more about that in a later on. You're going to have to come over and check it out. Cage design. New cage design is awesome, by the way. Martin, dude. Mr. Hand, you're telling this. What do we got? We got a hater on here, or what's the story here? We got a hater on there, and the other guys are beating on the hater. What's going on over there, Frederick? You see what's going on?
I can't see it. What you said.
I don't know. We got a hater going. I love haters. I told you I love haters. We had a, I had a hater that we had this guy's name, marine electrician or marine electronics or something like that. And anyway, I think we kind of converted him. He's had said something that we were calling that other boater an idiot that came flying through and left a whole bunch of wake. You know the story I'm talking about? He says we shouldn't be calling that guy an idiot. So then I came back on him, and because you and I had a disagreement whether he did it on purpose or whether he did it as stupid.
It doesn't matter because you're responsible for your wake. That's the bottom line.
So he was an idiot. Whether he did it on purpose.
It was a total 100% idiot because you are responsible for the wake that your boat makes. If your boat causes injury or damage to someone else, you are responsible for it. That is the bottom line.
There it is.
Period. So the guy was a moron.
So anyway, this guy and I, we kind of had a couple of words back and forth, and you know what? He kind of agreed with me. The guy's an idiot, and the bottom line is that he is now a buddy and a fan. And welcome aboard, Mr. Marine. So now we got a new guy now, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
He's a doo-dog guy. Who cares?
He's probably a gamer. Gamers are their own type. Jealousy is a terrible thing. You're right, Fred. All right. So anyway, we got some new equipment that's going on the boat. Oh, that's the next thing we got going on. We've been going on the boat pretty regularly. We got a definite routine going on. We're having so much fun dialing this thing in.
Show him the new propeller.
I'm going to show him the new propeller. Fred had a little problem, but it's not his fault. It's just we're learning where the hell the boat is parked and what's going on and what are the dangers that lurk below. Anyway, there's this big-ass drain pipe that lurks below, and Fred put it around, and bam, it hit the prop, and the thing went boom, and it stopped, and it cracked the prop, and it dinged it up, and it's still all in there, but it still works, and it's okay, but we got a nice brand new, ooh, isn't she special? Huh? Nice. Stainless steel prop. Going to kick a little butt. We kept the same pitch. Now, I don't quite understand all of this pitch and this and that, but hey, you know what? I can only learn so much, so fast, so, I'm a pretty smart guy, but not super smart. But, your smartness is not how much you know, it's how fast you learn. I don't know if you knew that. Just to let you know. The stainless steel prop's going to help us out big time. And Fred, who maybe we'll get a little report from that. Went to Mystic, the annual Mystic, where the hell did I put I put it over there. The annual Mystic Antique Power, what is it called again? Marine Engine Expo. It's at the South Shore, I was going to say South Seaport, at Mystic Seaport in Connecticut. And they must have had a flea market or something going on over there or something, huh? Yeah. And bing, he came home with this. What the hell is it, you say? It doesn't look like much, but we've been kind of looking for one, and he only paid $60 for it, and it's like, yeah, that's exactly what we need. It's made in the United States, in Wisconsin. It is an outboard motor mount. This is going to go on to the back of the boat to be able to have an extra motor in case we break down with the other motor. We pull that motor out, slap it on, hook the gas up, and go home.
At least we get in.
We get home. Nobody gets left behind. Right now, it's not that, if we die out there, if the boat dies, if motor dies out there, it's not that big of a deal. There's some other people out there, there's this, there's that. But what are you going to do when it comes to be December the 15th and we got to get in and get out? And it's cold and it's chilly and the motor's dead. So we need some way to get home. That thing's going to be going on the boat soon. Other little items that we got that we're going to be dialing in are like the davit. We got some issues with the davit. We got like a lot of punch list things that we weren't able to fix when we were making it because we didn't know. Now we're getting the feel of it a little bit. So we're going to have to start to put in a day on the boat. We're going to have to start a little maintenance day on the boat. So that's where we're going with that. Cages, and more cages. We're making up cages as fast as we can. Looks like we got a little help coming here for today. for cages, which is an awesome thing. Maybe if you come over to our Instagram page, we'll get a little picture of what's going on. And that's about where I'm at, man. Be cool, be kind. I don't have any coffee. I banged out 2 cups already. I lost it, but then I found it. And I'm back in action with that, but I didn't use it today. Talking about my extra cup. So Frederick, you got any reports for us today? You got any? Talk about that seaport thing. There's the picture. Sit up a little bit. There's the poster for it right there. Had a really cool boat on there. So Fred went to Mystic, and what'd you see over there, Fred? Anything good?
Well, a bunch of engines, a bunch of people. I saw the Mayflower 2 that's been there for an 80% rebuild over a 3-year period that's going to go in the water in a couple of weeks. I saw all my friends in the shipyard that I know for 25 years. I've been going over there a long time, and it was just a good time had by all, as usual. And I got to get a ride on the new aluminum workboat that the Seaport built.
That was cool.
That
was really cool.
It's on my Facebook page, I think. What else? Just whatever. Went out to eat.
How about your buddy? John? John Wiebe from the Jones River Oyster Farm.
I met John. Shout out to John. That was
John.
Yeah.
Here's John's car.
Yep. We talked for 2 days, and
an oyster farmer.
He's an oyster farmer.
He's a little bit smaller scale than us. He's doing it. He's been doing it for a little bit, Fred says.
Yeah.
He's got some issues.
Hold
that up closer to these things.
He got some issues, and he wants to learn. He wanted to pick my brain for everything that I know, and I think that we're probably going to be in contact with him at other times, because he's wanting to modify the way he does things a little bit more to the way we think. And
we're looking forward to working with him.
Yeah, he was a really great guy. He throws a lot of oysters right on the bottom in no cages.
That's a pretty ballsy move. We've thought about it. We got some issues. We might do that with some of our runs. But, but that's where we're at.
Yeah. So anyway, that was good. It just happened to be he was right next to where my engine was. So he had an oyster shirt on, and I turned around and said, "Hey, man, what's that shirt all about?" And he started telling me, and we became friends over 2 days, and it was a great thing.
Oysters bring together.
That's it.
All right. You got anything else?
Nah, I'm going to look at a motor.
Freddie's going to look at a motor. More junk. Go figure. Go figure. Fred's going to go collect some more some more stuff. All right, I got nothing more for you guys. I really appreciate everybody tuning in each and every week. It's what makes us tick. It's what makes me go. It helps me to keep my head in the right place by sharing it with you. I hope you guys tune in each and every week. I hope you guys rate, comment, and or subscribe, including your hater. I love you too. It's okay. It's okay to use the keyboard as a shield, but be careful if we ever meet in person. I want everybody to be cool. I want everybody to be kind. I want everybody to be happy. And, of course, I want everybody to eat me. And, of course, I'm going to see you later next week. See you guys. Enjoy.
Martin wants to see us fail.
I know.
Yeah.
It's okay.